This is Raf Molecular with DNB Academy, and then today in this short video, we're going to be looking at how you can use basically randomness or controlled chaos as a very important creative tool. We can use this to generate bass sounds. We can use this to generate anything that you want. Bass sounds, atmos, even percussion. So let's get straight into it, and these are some of the sounds that you can do with this. Okay, so let's get started. So first things first, we're going to have here operator with a saturator, and what we're going to use to create that randomness is going to be expression control. It's a MIDI effect. If you go there to expression control, there you have it. There it is. Now expression control is a MIDI effect, so it receives MIDI information and it associates a value with that, and you can use that to modulate something. It could be the note, so it associates that if you play a C5, it gives you a value. If you play a C4, it gives you a lower value. And you could use that, for example, for a filter to create keyboard tracking on your filter. So higher notes, higher cutoff, and lower notes, lower cutoff. Now, the cool thing about expression control, it allows you to have a random value, right? So you can just set all of them as random. So every time we press a note, as you can see here, we get random levels. And we get two of them. Because why just have one, right? So if we're just setting this up quickly to get random levels. And now let's just create a MIDI note here. And let's make this appropriate for bass. So I'm going to start with a low note, right? So I'm going to go like F0. There we go. F0. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a slight pitch bend to kind of simulate what an 808 would do. Well, there's an annoying click at the end, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it with these. Perfect. Now, first thing that we can do to get started is we can put a saturator in there, and we can use this first expression control, and we can put it on remote mode. You can use modulate or remote. It's up to you. It depends on how you want to use this, but remote just basically whatever you map it to, you can no longer move that knob. If you put it on modulate, you can still move that knob. So it's good if you're using it like in a song context, but just for sound design, I'm just going to use remote. Okay, remote mode. So let's sure everything is in remote mode. There we go. And now you have this target here. So I'm going to click map. I'm going to put it on the drive here. There we go. Now, I don't want the range to be 1% because that means you can get a random like negative drive. So if I play this now, we're getting somewhere. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to map it to the type of distortion. So it's going to be a little bit random every time. What if we repeat this 3 times? That we put on. But you can do this one here. And you can do this one here. And we can do this one here. And then we can go on to the next expression control. It's all brand. Maybe they put this one. But why is this guy funky? I need to do this one here. Now we can put stuff in the middle. We're already getting some weird sounds. Next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to modulate these parameters here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to remute as well. There you go. And I'm going to map it to the decay. And I'm going to make this to the release. And let's bring the sustain it up. Now, which one is mapped to the decay? There we go. And I don't want this to go like all the way up there. Or these to go all the way up there. So I'm just then to increase the server. So we're already getting some crazy sounds every now and then. I'm just gonna put a limiter in the end. And one thing that we can do now is we can just close off this operator here. And we can put a reverb in between windows. And we can modulate some that. So let's do it. Let's do dry rights. And let's do beta Q. Ooh, that was crazy. Now let's look at our glide options. So the pitch bend. Okay. Let's do. Let's make it actually bend down. Oh, this is staying here. Let's do it like that. Crazy good. Now let's just increase this output region. Okay. Okay, we're getting some crazy stuff. Now let's just do some tonal shaping. And we can do that here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to map these knobs here. So none of them are free now. So you know that means more expression control. There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to map this to the frequency of this. I don't want it to go that low. And I don't want it to go like crazy. And I'm going to create another one. And that one's going to do the same thing. I'm going to map it to that. And let's do 2763. 2763. Let's increase the release time. I think we can give a little bit of praise here. Right. Now let's lock on echo on this. And what I'm going to do with the echo is I'm going to modulate it, of course, randomly. And what I'm going to do is it's going to be a bit more complex because I'm going to unsync this and I'm going to modulate the feedback. I don't want it to go all the way up there. I'm going to modulate the time. And I also don't want that to go super slow or super fast. I'm going to do this after the reload. super interesting. But I'm still not done. We want another one. And we're gonna modulate chartouettes, but I'm gonna relics be as it wants to be. Or you care. And I'm also gonna modulate the amount of noise that it inputs. At the end, I'm just going to put a roar to kind of distort this a little bit more. Amazing. Now I'm going to put an LFO, sort of a random modulation on the filter, just a little bit, and then for and then and let it just exist like that. Now what I'm going to do to wrap up the chain is I'm going to put an OTT in the end, just before this saturator. And I'm going to modulate this OTT. Now this can be quite crazy, so you have to be a bit careful with what you're doing. But yeah, I'm just going to map this to the amount. And I want the curve to go kind of like this, so just every now and then we're going to have values closer to the 100%. And there we go. I'll just let it play. One thing that you can do, of course, is add extra knots. You can obviously remove certain effects. For some reason it's glitching. There you go. The amount of sounds, different sounds that we can take out of this is actually insane. So yeah, we can wrap it up here. These are some of the sounds that you can do just with this one simple chain. I really encourage you to try the expression control and implement it into serial controls, phase plant, you know, stuff like that. Simple stuff. This is really overly complex just for the sake of it. And I really encourage you to experiment and see what you can come up with.
Too much TV, them love to watch. Them not understand, that's why them get caught. Them a think the world it a run like that. Get take the fool and take the idiot. Hey, let me tell you that is not reality. Them a try to distract see that them a do it daily. Only one thing the most I say fi do. Join together and no can trouble you. Power of the people, nations get through.